It's one of my favorite things about you.
I believe we have another question from a devoted fan.
Hi, this is Philip Bixby from Reno, Nevada. And my question is for both of you. What's your favorite sushi restaurant in Albuquerque?
Raw fish from the ocean in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, well, they have sushi restaurants, and we do go to them.
Japanese kitchen, right? Isn't that something? That's a thing.
Mostly we eat barbecue. I highly recommend that you trade sushi for barbecue when you're in Albuquerque.
Or barbecue your sushi.
John Davidson on Facebook asks, Bob, what has been the most difficult scene for you to shoot? Emotions, story, other. Look, the desert scenes in 508 were tough. They were physically very hard, it was. But enjoyable, too. I like pushing things to a limit. They often want my character to shift from one emotion to another quickly, to go from happiness to despair. That's very hard for me to do, and I'm not sure I've even delivered for them, but I think they've made that then part of the character. So I just do it the best I can, and I think that then becomes who the character is.
At Kim Wexler on Twitter asks, does Kim and Jimmy's pet fish have a name? I believe everyone calls it Carl, but there are two, in case one won't come out of the trailer. We have two. Aren't they called Carl?
Yeah, I think so.
They're both Carl. W. Axel Foley asks, Ray, in your preparation for the role, had you created your own backstory? Yes. I mean, I think you have to. Most actors do. And with this very interesting and kind of enigmatic writing they had for Kim in the beginning, where she's very specific about when she speaks and often chooses not to speak, it's my job to fill in the subtext of why she is choosing to observe or participate in any given scene. You start racking up more and more pieces of the jigsaw puzzle as you go, not knowing the whole picture you're going to make, which has been a lot of fun with Vince and Peter in our writer's room. So this season, as you guys saw, they showed this little piece of a backstory with her mom and the young woman playing me, and both of the actors knocked it out of the park. And I have to say, I always thought she was raised by or had some sort of guardianship relationship with an addict in her life. Because from the very beginning, it's just, there's a need to have boundaries that she had from the pilot episode, while having a comfortability and an attraction to chaos that she keeps trying to right and straighten. And she's also used to cleaning up after people, so there you go.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great.
From at Rensis Christ asking, what Better Call Saul character do you personally identify with the most?
I mean, I think I probably identify with Kim and the fact that she is trying to recognize what matters in the world and live by standards that will get her respected. And, you know, struggling with that, but always trying to fit into the broader world. I think that's something I recognize and identify with, yeah.
Yeah, I identify with probably Kim and parts of Jimmy the most, and it's because of their always feeling a little bit like an outsider, even in a situation where you're no longer the outsider. Just, it doesn't matter, that thing that's just in you that tells you that you somehow don't belong there and need to work hard to fit in. I identify with those qualities in both of them.
Yeah. At Michaelaz12 on Instagram asks, if you woke up as your characters one day, what would you do? The answer for me is I would not behave like my character.
I would go to work, because she gets to be in 2002 when there's no pandemic.
And it looks like we have one final question from another passionate fan.
Hi, this is Steve Quisenberry from Davenport, Iowa. And I'd like to find out if Walter White is ever going to show up on Better Call Saul.
My fingers are crossed.
You know what? I think it'll come down to whether Matthew Broderick is willing to shave his head. Thank you all for watching.
We love you guys, and we'll see you next season.